Holistic connection. Let's heal. Holistic connection. Let's learn. Holistic connection. Let's grow. Holistic connection. Let's be real.
Hello, everyone. This is PamelaTopjian, your host for Holistic Connections, Conversations with Holistic Practitioners. Today, I have Senka, and I want to welcome you today and ask you what you do in the holistic healing space, please.
Hi, Pamela.
Hi.
And thank you for inviting me to the show.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate it. I'm otherwise from Croatia, if people would be interested in that.
That's very interesting. I love that. Yeah.
But I don't live at the coast. Just a
Okay.
little, yeah. People automatically link Croatia with the coast. I'm not at the coast. I'm around the capital city. I do energy healings, which is based on theta healing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also learning two shamanic practices. One is to work with plant medicine ayahuasca, and the other one is completely different tradition of North American Indians with the drum.
Wow.
So that is a newer one, and I love it. And I'm really curious to see how eventually it will all blend in together.
Yeah.
Because I think with all these three, I'm kind of still finding my true way, what it will in fact come out to be.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, I use tools that I have, and I love it. It's so fun, and I've met amazing people, and yeah, it brings me joy to do it. It really brings me joy.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that's most important, is as long as it's bringing you joy, whatever you're doing in the world. I mean, that's what's most important. I really have come to learn in my life. What brings you peace, what brings you joy, that's what you need to be doing out in the world. So that's awesome. I love that. And yeah, I agree with you. I've seen so many holistic practitioners and they do so many different things and they're learning as they go. And then it's like eventually things do sort of kind of integrate with each other and work with each other rather than this service or this service or this service. It's like, how do they really all mix? So that's really cool. I love that. So thank you for sharing that too. So you also have on your website that you have animal connection sessions and you have workshops with kids. So can you talk a little bit about those things?
The animal connection sessions, so people come to me that have problems with their animals, and it's mostly horses because I'm very linked to horses in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And so they come and they have a problem. The horse, there's no connection with the horse or whatever they're feeling, but
Yeah.
I'm not an animal communicator. I
Okay.
don't do that, and I really emphasize that that's just not what I do.
Yeah.
But I work with people, it's usually a human problem. The animals, like in their essence, they don't have a problem on the energetic level, very rarely. So it's a human problem, and it's something a human has to overcome in order to connect with an animal.
Yeah.
So I have a lady, she has an Arabian horse she bought for endurance riding, which is a horse marathon. But there's no connection and she cannot ride him. The interesting thing is the horse brings out fear and anger in her.
Ooh.
Yeah, so she's angry, she cannot, accomplish all these things she set
Yeah.
out to accomplish, and she's actually scared of him.
Oh, yeah. They can feel that for sure.
So he like has all these problems, but when I did the reading and he was super calm, very big, grounded, and just bright and waiting for her to kind of stop with all the commotion.
Yeah.
Now we just started working on her fear that's coming out. He's triggering her fear to come out. He's her teacher in a sense. That's the animal connection.
Yeah.
We are human to have a better connection with the animal.
So as you mentioned, you're not an animal communicator, and it's usually with the person. So that's a type of energy work that you're doing. Then you're sort of tuning into her energy really around this whole situation. Yeah.
And then she had some breakthroughs, but she actually did get to connect with him, and that was amazing. But then she loses it again. Obviously, it's a work in progress.
Sure.
But very, very determined to, she needs to change her life around to be able to connect with the source. And he came as a lesson or teacher, and he's waiting for her, holding space for her, even though on the outside it looks completely different.
Right, right.
It's really so cool. It's so cool. So yeah, The kids workshops, that hasn't set off yet.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I actually don't have my own space yet for that kind of
Okay.
stuff. It hasn't completely like landed for me and grounded. So that will come in the future. So we'll see.
Okay.
But
So that's something you're working
yes,
towards. Okay.
yes, yes,
Okay. I love that so much because so what you're working on with working with children in the future, is that going to be more of integrated with the shaman work that you do or more integrated with the energy work, or is that all sort of together? All
yes.
of it.
So my sister kind of put words to it and she said, you need to have Hogwarts.
Hogwarts, yeah. Yeah, and the
Yeah,
kids can understand that too.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Just to kind of, because the world we live in and it's just as is, kind of dials down our intuition and everything.
Hmm.
It's they just have it open. They don't need
Yeah.
to, we don't. We need to awaken it and
Hmm.
reconnect and all the stuff, but kids don't. So I
Yeah.
would have a program which would just keep that going.
Yeah.
So as they come out as adults, they're just open, see things, feel things, just the kids of the new world that's
Yeah,
coming.
yeah. So they're learning how to keep that with them as they grow into
Yes.
adults. Yeah, that's
Because it's so
great.
normal for them. We just keep, instead of saying, no, no, use your mind, think, I would tell them,
Mm,
you- trust what you're seeing, trust what you're feeling,
yeah.
more connection with the body, which is so
Hmm.
important. We all lost. And now we have to reconnect with the body, which is,
Hmm.
and being in the present moment, we only can do through the body. And if
Hmm.
we're not in the present moment, we're not living
Yeah.
and we're not consciously creating. So just to have the kids skip all the, I don't know how.
Yeah, they're being forced kind of to go straight to the mind and not
Yes,
necessarily their heart and soul. And so you're just leading them or guiding them, not necessarily back, but before you have to lead them back in adulthood. So you're probably dealing with a lot of adults in your energy work and the work you do as a shaman to bring people back to themselves a lot of times. And so with the work with children, it's going to be more of so they won't need that in the future, so they won't lose that. That's great. Yeah. Man,
exactly.
that would be so great to have so many more classes like like that. Yeah, people need to teach that to their children. Yeah. Yeah. That'd
Exactly.
be great.
Also, what I was thinking, so yes, one part of the work will be with the kids, but
Hmm.
one part will be with the parents because they will not be able to support this child unless they do the work.
Yeah.
So whoever is not prepared to do the work is just not my client, which is very
Yeah.
simple. And it will be mandatory. And we will have meetings maybe weekly or so just with the parents to see what they're going through
Hmm.
in order to support the kid
Yeah.
properly.
Yeah, any
So
questions they have with what they're going through and what they're finding is changing in their child, if anything. Yeah, great idea. I'm so excited for you to be doing that. Yeah, so
thank
all
you.
that information then will be on your website when that starts coming up. I did see children's workshops, but I didn't click on that or see if there was anything else under there. So, okay, so that will be there then eventually. Okay.
Eventually. Now there's nothing under. If you even if you
Okay.
click, there's still work in progress kind of.
Okay, okay, all right.
Yeah.
So how
Yeah.
did you become interested in doing all of this work that you're doing? How did you first become interested and get started in this?
Um, so as many other people who are actually doing this type of stuff, I had troubles myself and
Right.
like big problems. Started in high school when I started struggling with depression, but like suicidal thoughts and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I like had no tools and I didn't know anything. And then what got me through was, I don't know, that's how universe works, is my parents actually sent me to America.
Mm.
Yeah. And so I spent the year in America and kind of got to reset myself because it was a whole, I was just plucked out of my life and
Yeah.
just place which I loved. But then when I came back, I started college and things started to come back, all the thoughts. And then my mom sent me to a therapist. And that's
Mm.
how it started. It was like just regular, I think the psychotherapy.
Yeah, psychotherapy would be your more common typical like
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Just talking. But the
Right,
lady
right.
was amazing. I still to this day, 20 years later, remember something that she told me. She was amazing. And so
Nice.
that's how I kind of got started. And also, like I resolved my depression basically on my own.
Nice.
So this is for people who are struggling. It is possible.
Hmm.
What helped me a lot was, maybe you've heard of the book. It's called The Presence Process by Michael Brown.
I don't think I've heard of that one.
It's
Yeah, I'm
very
gonna write that down.
step by step. Yeah, no, it's very practical. Unlike a lot of other self-help books, which are just basically for the mind.
Hmm.
No, this one is embodying the emotion, going with the
Right.
emotion. I did it like 7 or 8 times, and it's
Hmm.
very intense. And you're by yourself, it's very intense. It's no joke, at least it wasn't for me, but I got through it in a span of over like several years. I did it several times.
Mm-hmm.
And the last time was 2021, and I remember I knew when all this thing came out,
Yeah.
I knew I resolved my depression. And
Hmm.
honestly, since then, I didn't have any thoughts like that anymore. So it's possible, it's
Yeah.
hard. You really like roll up your sleeves and
Yeah.
get in there. But and now more and more I understand what he's saying, which is body, body, body. Like go through the emotion. Don't try and numb it down with
Yeah.
eating, talking, television, scrolling.
Right.
Get Feel it, feel it. The way through the other side, to the other side, it's through.
They say you have to feel it to heal it.
And that's exactly how it is.
Hmm.
But people say, but I am with my emotions all the time, but not like that. You have to drop the story. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter who is causing you harm, why, for how long. That's all irrelevant. Just the feeling. Mind, cut it out. And that's the hard part. No
Hmm.
mind, no story, just you and your misery.
Hmm.
Eventually, it transforms into joy. Literally, you feel like so much, like you feel the weight coming off.
Right.
It doesn't matter if it's your karma or your past life or your mom or it just really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So that's presence process. And now I can do it by myself. It took me
Nice.
years. I really, in the past 2 months especially, I got such a clear understanding what it is.
Hmm.
And I think this is also the way my work will kind of shape around and form.
Yeah.
This is the way. Because when we're connected with our, because we usually we're not connected to the body. Everything is here. Mind, blah, 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 blah.
Right. Right.
We're completely unaware of our thoughts, and they're just constantly blah, blah, blah. We're cut off. But when we, you know, embody our body and we're aware of the thoughts who create, like how we think, that's what creates our reality, basically. And we are creators. Like we
Hmm.
are the center of our life. Everything that happens to us is because of us.
Yeah.
Everything, literally everything. We are responsible.
Yeah, that's what you went through all of that, learned all of that so that you can now go on to
Yeah.
assist other people in their healing journeys. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I now, when it's happening, it's like, oh my gosh, why me? Why I'm always struggling? Why me? But in time, the victim mentality, you have to go through it. It's a
Yeah.
process, and it goes like this. It's not like on one day and then the other one, everything's fine. It's a
Right.
process, and however long it takes, it takes.
Yeah. Like you said, you've got to roll up your sleeves. You got to do the hard work. It's not going to be easy, but you have to
No.
be involved in it. And it's not like there's no holistic practitioner, no matter what the modality, is going to come in and just wave their magic wand at you and you're fine. Yeah,
No.
it's definitely work for yourself. And then whoever you're working with is going to be more of a guide.
And I tell people that I work with, like, this is great. I hold you by the hand a little. It's great. I also needed that because
Mm,
just people don't know, and it's fine.
yeah.
But the most important is what you do throughout the day. And I tell them, they're like, oh, this was a great session or whatever. And I tell them, it's you. It's
Hmm.
how much you can let go, how much you're open. I'm just here.
Yeah. They are their own healer, really. Yeah.
Yes. And I
Yeah.
think eventually I will just empower people so they realize they don't need anyone.
Yeah.
Give them the, this is how it works. Off they go.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Like a
that's
bird out
one.
of the nest, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that. And you're right. So many people that do any kind of holistic work, a lot of times have had their own healing journey that they have gone through. And yeah, it was hard. And so they then go on to help others through their healing journeys. So yeah, you're right. A lot of people have a similar story. Some people get into it a little bit differently, but But for the most part, I think that's a real common way that people get into this type of work.
And what you said at the beginning, joy,
Yeah.
living life, following your joy. It's
Yeah.
like, because now people calculate, oh, should I get this job? Oh, the salary and the working hours. Oh, should I get this one? But, and it's like, they don't know, they don't have any other place to move from. So they
Yeah.
move from that one. But once you get rid of the burden, you're like, oh, this brings me joy.
Right.
Like, that's what I'll do.
Yeah. And
And I
I learned that way too late in life. I mean, I didn't learn that
learned it.
until mid or late 50s did I learn that. So, I mean, man, that is life changing for sure. Yeah.
A little example from my side. So I started this business and I like you should open a website, a Facebook page and an Instagram page or whatever. And I was like, ugh, like every time I need to post,
Too
like,
much.
oh, just I didn't know what I did. I was just like, oh, there's so much heaviness. And then I was like, I'm putting all that heaviness into my work. Like this
Yeah.
is not good. And I was like, yeah, I just closed it all off. Like,
Mm.
no, no. But then yesterday I talked to a friend. So actually the other thing that's happening in my life is that my sister and I are building a farm with horses. Horses
Oh,
are,
nice. Yeah.
we have sold our flat in the capital. We have some money now to, this is our dream. I talked to a friend yesterday and she was like, you guys should open a TikTok and an Instagram account, like post what you do
With
daily.
all the
And I was like,
horses. Yeah.
yeah, and all the like people love to see that kind of stuff. And I was like, wow, this is a great idea. And now I have all these ideas and I
Right.
opened it like TikTok, like what? And I have so
I
many
know.
ideas. And I'm like, yay, this will be so much fun. So a whole different, same thing, but a whole different perspective
Right.
and place where I will be doing it from. So I'm
Yeah.
actually just
Yeah.
like,
So do you want to mention your website, and so you're on TikTok. What is the name for TikTok?
it's just, I think Two Sisters Farm.
Oh,
It's TikTok
nice.
and Instagram. Yeah.
Okay, and that's on TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah,
Okay.
but there's nothing on there yet. So this is for me for fun and
Yeah.
let's see where it takes us. I don't know to do
Will
it.
you be posting any of your or some of the ideas you have anything to do with the holistic work that you do?
So far, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it'll just be me and my sister building things and doing
Yeah.
stuff with horses and just, and I have in my head how I will be doing the videos.
A lot of people who just love horses, obviously, so you'll get all those people finding you for sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and animal lovers as well, not just horses. So that's great. So out of the holistic healthcare work that you do, so what do you think is the most misunderstood or you get the most misconceptions about? And if you'd like to help people better understand whether it's the energy work or the shaman work or any of that.
So I think what is coming up the most for me is ayahuasca. For those who don't know, it's a brew made
Mm-hmm.
out of two plants, originates in Peru and Brazil,
Mm-hmm.
around the Amazon in any case. It's a psychedelic drink,
Yeah.
but very misunderstood and today very misused.
Yeah.
And people do it for the trip. That's one side. It's being abused and misused.
Right.
The other side, what I saw is the retreats that we did here also.
Mm-hmm.
People come, and since it's such a powerful experience for some, they think everything will change instantly in their life.
Right.
He draws people in who are ayahuasca does, who are not into any kind of healing themselves. They don't do the work, and then they come and they think their whole life will change and
Yeah.
go home and do the exact same things the exact same way. They don't have any theory. And yeah, if I will ever be doing it, I will only accept people to the ceremonies who actually are doing the work already.
Right.
And the biggest change that I saw at the retreats was with people who actually are doing the work.
Mm-hmm.
Then this life-changing transformation afterwards. So she is very powerful.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting. People who are very closed up, they don't have any kind of nothing experience. They
Mm-hmm.
actually just, which is also very interesting. It's not a magic wand.
Yeah, yeah. And that's just what I was going to say is that that's one of those things that people think this is a magic wand. This is going to solve all my problems. I'm going to come back from this because usually it's like in a retreat or something. So I'm going to come back from this and everything will be different. but they still, like you said, they're still living their same life and they're not putting in the work for themselves.
Also, she has a specific language, let's
Hmm.
call it, that she communicates, and it's symbolic and it's kind of difficult to understand. So people can actually not understand correctly what happened or not accept what she's giving them. You need to just be very allowing. Whatever
Yeah.
she offers, whatever. And
Yeah.
that's how she guides you into the deepest stuff that you then resolve.
Mm,
So
yeah.
spirit of the plant, that's amazing. She's pure love, comes directly from the source.
Yeah.
Um, not for everybody. Just don't need that experience. It's very simple.
Right, right. So, this time has gone by really quickly. I want you to mention your website, where people can reach you, the best place where people can find you and reach you.
I think the best one is my email,
Okay.
um, in the website. I don't know if you will put the link
Yeah,
somewhere or
yeah.
no, thank you. So it's senka at
Okay.
kiromanta.com. That's the email. And the website is the same, kiromanta.com. And then because it's in Croatian, but as soon as it opens, it says if you want to view this website in English, click here, and then it
I
takes you.
noticed that.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, and it's good for people to know that
everybody.
for
Mhm.
sure.
Mhm.
So that's Kiromanta.
Yeah,
Okay. And does that have a meaning?
it does have a meaning. So Kiromanta, so at the ayahuasca ceremonies, those are singing ceremonies. The shamans sing sacred songs.
Hmm.
Yeah, and
Nice.
but it's by your voice how you tell the spirits what to do. And
Okay.
each song, they're called Icaros, they do something else. And so Kiromanta is a verse from one of the Icaros from ayahuasca. Mhm.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I love that. Thank you for that. So anything else that you would like to share or make sure that people know, whether it's about you or about any of the work that you do or anything at all before we end this today?
I think what I would like to say is you're given the experience you're given with a reason. There's a reason. And if you're given this experience, that means you actually can go through it. There's a way out. There is a way out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'd be given something else. And even though it may be difficult, you can handle it. And on the other side, like I was feeling like completely weak and unsafe. But on the other side, there's the opposite. There's the flip side. There's a strength on the other side. So if you're feeling very hurt, you're probably a very strong person. And it's up to the person to figure out how to get there. But there is a way out.
Yeah. And through that way out, I think is where you gain a lot more strength through that. When you actually go through that and you do find yourself on the other side of that, that's where that real self-confidence and strength really comes from. So
Yeah.
yeah, I love that message. So important for people to know when people are in the thick of it, they need to know that, yeah, you can. It is possible. You can get out of that. You will heal. Yeah. And
Yes.
you have to do the hard work.
It's part of the journey.
It
It
is.
is, in fact, part of the journey.
Yeah. Well, thank you so, so much, Senka, for being my guest today. It always goes by so quick. There's so much more we could have talked about. I appreciate you so much. So thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for inviting me. It was really fun.
Absolutely.